bring me when the road looks rough ahead in your
Welcome to
mind.
Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for the subject line. Please welcome to stage your host, Jordan Quattlebaum.
Let's go make some noise. How you guys doing tonight? It's weird because it's just mostly my family here. So that's fucking, hey, that's some real love, right? For the subject line love. Might make some fucking noise for yourselves. Come on. Now, if some of you guys are probably confused what the fuck the subject line is, I'm your host, Jordan Quattlebaum. This is the debut of that show. Basically, this is a comedy show. We're going to do stand-up, but we have to stick to a subject. And this month's subject is love. This was supposed to be for last month, but we're doing it this month, okay? And I understand that this today is fucking St. Patrick's Day, thanks to my mother, because I was like, Mom, check out my show. She goes, you know the 17th St. Patrick's Day, right? And I was like, go fuck yourself, Mom, okay? I already made the fucking flyer. We're already here. We're doing it. But yeah, we're going to come up here, shoot the shit, talk about anything we love, you know? Like my main thing I love right now is my fucking fiance. I got engaged last year, which is pretty great. Thank you, one person. Thank you, my roommate who lives with us. I think she's mostly just happy because she's like, if I didn't have them, I wouldn't have a place to live. How you guys doing? Welcome in. You guys missed the whole beginning. It's okay, though. Wasn't that good. Basically, this is the subject line. We're going to talk about love. That's the whole subject of this stuff. You guys a couple? Good. How long you guys been together? 7 years. Give it up for them. 7 years. You guys pretty close, though, for 7 years, yeah? How close we talking? Drive each other. Bitch. That was my fiance. So I read an article online and I want to test it against you guys. It says that if you are close with your significant other, you should be able to shit in front of them. Can you do it? He didn't even fucking hesitate. He goes, yes, sir. She's the, whoa. She did it on your chest? What's going on here? She wouldn't leave you alone? What do you mean? She was just like, open the door. Fucking with an axe. You're like, just let me shit in peace, please. That's awesome, okay? I read that article and I got inspired. And I wanted to prove to my fiance that I loved her. So I went and shit in front of her. And she didn't like it. I get it wasn't supposed to do it in the bed, but you know it's the thought that counts. You know what I mean? It's a fucking thought, man. I'm grateful though. I'm pretty sure you're pretty grateful to be with her. Like she's everything to me. I've had so many bad relationships before I got with her. Like I used to date a ginger. Nothing wrong with gingers except she didn't have a soul. But when we would have sex, she wanted me to call her the burning bush, which I think is a little bit weird, you know. But then I had a sex feeling oh fuck. I had a burning feeling afterwards, and it all started to make sense. Fuck the joke up, but that's fine. I also dated a furry. You guys know what furries are? Yeah, I didn't. Okay, listen. I wanted to make sure she felt comfortable in her own skin, and I treated her like every woman I ever dated. Except we never fucked on the couch. She's not allowed on the couch. But, yeah. No, I think the weirdest ex I ever had was she had a foot fetish. Anyone in here date someone with a foot fetish before? It's fucking weird, bro. She wanted to jerk me off with her feet. Which was it grossed me out. You know what I mean? I don't want athlete's foot on my dick. Thank you very much. That doesn't sound good to me. And after I got out of these horrible relationships, even the online dating, anyone online dating at all? It's fucking terrible. It's scary, man. Fucking, I got catfished so many times while online dating. Like there's this one girl, she had a Metallica shirt on in her photo. I was like, oh fuck yeah, I love Metallica, you know? So I sent her a message and we went on the date and I was like, hey, I noticed in your profile you had a Metallica shirt on. Like, what's your favorite song from them? And she's like, oh, I actually never listened to the band. I just like the way the shirt looks. I was like, oh, so you're a fucking liar. How would you girls feel if I carried a Blu-ray DVD copy of The Notebook, right? Just carry that bitch around everywhere I went. And you're just like, oh my God, I love The Notebook. What's your favorite scene from that movie? I'm like, oh, I never seen fucking The Notebook. I just like how Ryan Gosling looks on the fucking cover. Doesn't make sense, does it? I see we have some Notebook fans in the house. Okay, cool. But no, man, I'm happy with her, man. Like, one thing about her that I love is she's such a character. She's just as dumb as me. That's what I love. I love being goofy. I don't like take anything fucking seriously. Like, for example, we're from Stockton. Anyone in here from Stockton? You're about to say, half my fucking family's in here. You better make some fucking noise. You fucking liars. You guys don't understand how fucking weird this is for me. My parents are divorced. They're separate in the room. That's what's so fucking weird to me. It's like fucking, I'm looking at my dad and my mom. I'm like, they both are like, fuck it. Why am I here? They're like, oh, we should have aborted this bitch. I know that's what my dad's thinking. And my mom's like, yeah, let's keep him. I know he's autistic, but he'd be funny, you know? I just had to get that out. Anyways, we're from Stockton, and we were actually me and my fiance were at a Target the other night, and we went our separate ways, you know, because she goes to the white girl section, you know. And I hear her scream at the top of her lungs. So instantly I was like, oh, she dead, you know, because it's Stockton. So I run after her. I'm like, babe, what's wrong? She goes, they have glow-in-the-dark bath bombs. So I was like, okay. You screened for that shit? She goes, hear me out. If you take a bath, like, in it, will your dick glow in the dark? Sir. Imagine if your dick glowed in the dark. Are you imagining it? That's what I mean, man. Dude, my sex life would be fucking crazy. You know my nerdy ass is role-playing Star Wars. The fuck? Like, I'll be walking in. I'm walking in just like, the Force is strong with this one. You turn her over, that's the dark side of the Force, motherfuckers. If she hasn't shaved in a while, not an issue. I'm going deep, man. My mother's here. You know, my out-of-shape ass is just going to be on top of her like Darth Vader, just like... Or for you weird inbred motherfuckers, you could just be like, Luke, I am your father. Bend over, you will. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is this is the things I think about. We don't really argue much, which is really great. Like, I've been with her for 6.5 years. You guys say you drive each other crazy. She can too, but it's for, like, not real shit. Like, I'll get mad at her for leaving the toilet seat, like, down. You know what I mean? Like, put that bitch up. No, just me? Okay. Anyway. No, she mostly gets mad at me for, you guessed it, for being immature, which I understand. But, like, she thinks I'm immature because I still sleep in a race car bed. But I'm not getting rid of that shit, okay? I just paid the registration. And have you ever had sex in a race car bed, sir? It's the best because she'll tell me to go faster. I'm like, hey, bitch, I'm not trying to get a ticket. The fuck? You need to calm down. All I know, I'm going to leave some skin marks afterwards. That's all I'm saying. That new car smell is gone. Even with a race car bed, she still won't give me a rim job. Okay, guys? These are the things. She mostly gets mad at me for being on my phone, which I understand. Like, what's your biggest pet peeve towards her? She's on her phone a lot? What about you? What's yours against? I want to hear this shit. T, what's going on? She's getting quiet. My knees are locking. I thought she'd go like, my love language is beating the shit out of him. And I was like, kinky. What was it again? Sorry. Okay. Believe it or not, I think mine's the opposite, which other than when I shit, she's like, let me in. Let me in. And I'm going to, anyways. So yours is the phone? Like, is she just on it all the fucking time? Is that it? See, mine's not even really that. She treats my phone as if it's another woman. You know what I mean? Like, she'll be like, why don't you look at me the way you look at your phone? I'm like, look at you the way I look at my phone? What, like this? Just like, and finger you occasionally? We tried the fingering, you didn't like it. What else you want from me? Starts being how the extra, like, oh, what can your phone do that I can't? I was like, well, first off, it listens to me. We have the same taste in music. Unlike you, my phone actually does know it all. And it doesn't need a 30-minute back massage to be fucking turned on. I told her if she keeps acting up, I'll trade her in for the newer, bigger, and blacker one. I'm just saying. She didn't like that joke. Sex, man. Sex is important, too, with it. I don't want to get into that, but I think we all can agree, if you're in a relationship for some time, sex is important. It is. You got to keep it interesting. Me and her try bringing things into the bedroom. You guys can take this as notes. It works out really well. For example, I wear 3D glasses when we're fucking. That way it's coming right at me. You know what I mean? It's great. Try it out. No? You don't want to try that? How about a big tub of Gatorade? You got to stay hydrated, you know? Keep that in the room. And it's a little fucking, like, it gets you pumped up because whoever makes the other one come first, you dunk on them with the Gatorade. It's fantastic. Oh, those clap-on lights. You ever have those? The clap-on, clap-off, right? When we're fucking, it's a rave. Just like, tss, tss, tss. She's over here having a seizure and shit. I come way harder. It's fantastic. Yeah, my roommate's like, what's going? They're having a party in there. Jordan, why was the electric bill over $1,000? Our favorite sex position is 69ing, but I call it 65ing because she has scoliosis. She doesn't like that joke either. Every time I tell it, she looks at me sideways. So there's that. But no, man, being in this relationship, you learn a lot about, like, women. Like, believe it or not, like, I'm learning so much about women. Why are you shaking your head no? Bitch, like, what are you trying to... But no, like, what I learned is you girls have so much fucking power in that pussy. I don't know if you guys know this. You do. You guys wear the pants. Why are you looking up at the ceiling, Mom? You tell me your pussy doesn't have power? You gave birth to us, okay? What do you mean? You're just becoming a family roast now. I'm just going to... But no, like, I'm meaning as in, like, you girls call the shots, and that's how it should be. You know what I mean? You want access to this temple, you got to work for it, Daddy. That's what... Like, we give you the world for that, you know. I'm going to prove to you that I want that pussy. Do the dishes and shit, you know. We have to become sex salesmen, basically, to get that pussy. I'm just over here like, hey, if you suck my dick right now, I'll do the dishes. Absolutely free, you know? No one. Sometimes it works, you know? Sometimes, and it's been ages since you've seen the pussy. You go up to it. There's like dust and cobwebs on it. You brush it off. All of a sudden, the old prospector comes out like, so, going to enter the pussy, I see. Many travelers have entered, but none returned. Whatever you do, don't twist her nipples. I activate a booby trap, all right? All right, you guys seem pretty warmed up. Are you guys ready for the fucking subject line love edition? Are you guys ready? Make some noise. Come on. Thank you guys so much. Give it up for staff for letting us be here. This is our first debut here. I'm really excited about this. This first comic coming up to the stage. I fucking love this guy. I've been working with him for many years. He's super funny, super hilarious. Please get up loud and proud for my friend Kiefer Forsythe, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear it. Come on now.
How we doing, Stab? Woo! Clap it up for Jordan's mom with the pussy power. Hey. I don't know if I'd be able to do that in front of my mom, so kudos to Jordan. That was great. That made me smile. Growing up, I always wanted to be two things, like in love and a badass. I'm neither one of those things, unfortunately. It's fine. One of those things, like, I always wanted to be a badass, but, like, as you can tell, I'm not, but, like, I do things that are, like, relatively badass. Like, recently, I broke a toilet seat, which is definitely badass. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like certified badass in a way, if you think about it. No, it was embarrassing, but, like, I don't know, it was kind of like, I don't know why I'm just blaming my ass. It was kind of also my gut was involved, too. So it was like a tag team of, like, people trying to destroy my love life. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm making that weird. Sorry, guys. Like, if you can't start talking a conversation about Jordan's mom's vagina and then be like, hey, let's talk about me being weird. Okay. My bad. Sorry, I don't mean to keep bringing it up. My bad. So I don't know. I just like anyone in here currently in love. You guys are a couple. Good for you. Good for you. I don't really know a lot about my love language or anything like that. I heard you mention that, but that's good that you know that. I don't think a lot of guys know love language. Did you know before you got with her that you? No. See, she taught you about it, and you're just like, I don't think I have one. Like I'm just devoid of love. No. No, it's good that you guys met, and like it's good that she's teaching you things. I think personally, to stay in a good long relationship, which I don't know why I'm giving you examples. I've never been in a relationship, but from my experience, you need to know how couples fight, and then be like, hey, am I gonna stay with this person because of that? Like, you know his. Do you guys have like different like fight languages? Can I ask like what's one of you guys'? Like, I'll ask for yours since you. Oh, you're like right here, right now, or nothing. Like, don't leave this room. We're still talking. That's definitely something you guys said to one another. That's, hey, I mean, you're trying to solve a problem, get to it. I get that. I feel like I'm similar to you, but my mom definitely wasn't that type of person. She was the exact opposite. She would leave. She would like storm out of her. Oh, she's calling you out. She was like, you, him. Hey, it's cool. Trying to solve problems hard, but you should do it. But like, you need to work on that only because I say this from love. Because like my mom was really bad about it. One time she was having an argument with my dad, and they were in a car, and she was getting antsy. But we were like, she's in a car, she's fine. No, she bailed. She was like, fuck this shit. I'm out. And yeah, she's fine, guys. She's alive. You can laugh. You can like she ended up in the hospital though. She's not good at rolling. So she's a bad role model and a bad role model too. My dad actually was a little bit worse, unfortunately. He was bad because his way of arguing with my mom was to get like angry, and one time he actually pulled a gun on my mom. Like, yeah, he was like, I'm gonna win this argument. Yeah. he did not. Like, eventually, I mean, because courts were like, hey, you don't need to be around kids. Yeah, that was him. But I love my parents. You know, without them meeting, I wouldn't be here. And I feel like I'd ask my mom how she actually met my dad. And like from how they met, it could still have been like a love story to me, in my opinion. But I'm a little bit of a romantic. But like she said that they met at a laundromat in Las Vegas. And that sounds kind of nice. It was like not an internet thing. It was like, hey, no Tinder back then, so that makes sense. But the thing about it was, what was kind of cool is she said she was just playing at a slot machine, which I don't know if you guys have ever been to Las Vegas, but there's literally slot machines everywhere. From convenience stores, grocery stores, children's hospitals, literally everywhere. So there was a like slot machine there, and she was playing it just to pass the time. And then my dad comes in being like a degenerate, because he was a gambler, and that was the place that was closest to him that had slot machines. So he goes in to play, and he sees my mom, and thinks, I'll strike up a conversation by being like, move, that's my machine. Yeah, I got started from an argument. Yeah, anyways, that's how I got here, but I'm glad to be here. Get to experience all the wonderful things of love. I love this man, Jordan, over here. Thank you for having me on your show. Give him a round of applause, please, if you guys don't mind. Cool. That's great. That's fantastic. And I just want to say, like, I haven't had, like, a lot of love experience, but I have had this one thing, and, like, it was like a situationship, but she started giving me a nickname. And I liked that, and it was kind of cool, but the nickname was Michelangelo. And I thought it was because, like, she sees me doing this, and I'm an artist, you know? It wasn't that, apparently. She said she nicknamed me Michelangelo because Michelangelo was the guy that painted the Sistine Chapel, you know, the famous painting on the roof. And she named me that because one time we were having sex in her car, and I managed, it's like she moved out of the way at the last second, and I hit the roof, so I painted the top of her car. And honestly, I think I should have been Jackson Pollock then, you know? Splatter art. But no, actually that's more impressive than you guys think. You know, I'm not packing, so like imagine like if a midget went into a dome stadium and just like threw a football 3 times in a row and hit the ceiling, and they got really tired and couldn't do it for like 10 more minutes. You know, that's what happened. Anyways, guys, that's been my love life. Hopefully you guys have more love and you will love the rest of the show. Thank you very much. Continue to have a good one. Jordan Quantum Bomb.
Keep going for Kiefer, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear it. Yeah, guys, he is single. Ladies, if you want to donate some pussy, please see him after the show, okay? We're going to keep this show going. All right. This next comic coming up, I'm really fucking excited. I love her. I've been fucking. She actually was the first person to ever fucking book me for a show. And I never forgot it. So if you guys can, give her all your fucking love and attention. Give it up loud and proud for Aja May, ladies and gentlemen. Let her hear it. Come on.
Awesome. Fuck love. I'm going to just start out with that one. All you couples in here, fuck you all and your love. All right? I believe in the institution of divorce. Marriage is great, but divorce is better, okay? Just saying. Fuck that shit. I didn't like it. My ex-husband left me for this light-skinned bitch. I didn't know how to feel about it. You guys know that about black people? They're trying to say colorism, like, don't do it. And I'm like, fuck them yellow bitches. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. She looked like Beyonce from a distance, but up close, I was like, oh, that's Beyonce. That is. Kind of looks like a horse is all I'm saying. She got a nice ass. My husband had to buy her my titties, and it's like, good for her. But the fucked up thing was not that she was just light-skinned. She was my kid's auntie. That's what black people call their aunts. Auntie. Oh, you guys don't get it? I thought. We're not in Placer County, all right? In Placer, they're like, woo! Sister fucking. We fuck cousins. We fuck sisters. I didn't know you guys were doing that on Broadway. You're like, it's cool. We're cool with it. It's a stepsister. It was fucking weird because he told the kids don't call her auntie anymore. And what the fuck are they supposed to call her, right? Do they call her mom? Do they? Fuck no, because Kaiser copays, bitch. I will kick a kid in the throat. I will fucking kick a kid. I have done this too long for another bitch to be called mom. Call her Angel Mama. That is just like the syrup. If you get in trouble, just start calling her Pearl Milling Company. That is that's how I feel about it. I don't like love. I thought I fell in love with this old white dude, and that was a different experience for me because I'd never dated a white man, let alone an old one. And it wasn't just that he was old and white. It was that he had a straight dick and my ex-husband's was crooked. Like, I never had a straight dick before. I didn't know. Like, that's not how you go into my vagina. My vagina is my love language. In case you guys were wondering. And you can't just be going straight into mine like that. I'm like, you're hitting walls. Do you have insurance for that? Is Nationwide on your side? That's not how you go in there. Plug it into the GPS. She's going to say in 1/4 of an inch. Make a U-turn. That's how my coochie's built after I pushed all those kids out. It's got alleyways and stuff. It's got character. Not as much character as my butthole. That's my other love language. You guys don't want to talk about buttholes? I don't care. I don't care. It's fucking St. Patty's Day and I have not had a green beer and I just got off work. I'm going to let it ride. Let it ride. My butthole looks like this, in case anyone's wondering. The same muscles you push kids out with is the same ones you push out, poop with. So you push enough kids out, your butthole's going to start to drop a little bit. I can recognize mine in a lineup. Can you? Can you? No, exactly. Exactly. No, I don't know. Like, I want to be in love again, but I don't know how to do it because I've been through too many bad things in my life and too many lessons, and I built too many walls, and I've been seeing someone new, and they're not really new, but it's like, okay, my ex-husband had his wings. You guys know, you got, who in this room has the red wings? You got them? Fucking amen. That's right. Put a towel down, baby. That is... Put a fucking towel down. That's what adults do, okay? We don't say ew, gross, period. We just fuck on our... You put a fucking towel down like an adult. But I haven't been dating for a while, and so I didn't know how to approach this with the new person. And it was like a bloody Valentine. It was a fucking bloody Valentine that day. I'm telling you, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to say out loud for some reason. I'm on my period, so I just kind of played it out through the night. Like, I didn't want to admit it. I was like, oh, I'm kind of tired. I was like, no, let's wrestle. And I'm like, okay. And I gave the best head of my life that night. That's my other love language. I'm not good at it. If it were an Olympics, I would go bronze. Maybe. Runner up for bronze. Like, I got lockjaw. I don't do that. How worth it is it to me? Not that much. I get a salary every month. I don't need to suck dicks, but, unless I'm unless I'm on my period and I don't want to admit it. I was like, I'm going to suck the shit out of this dick tonight. There's going to be no finding out. I was going to fucking town. And then I remembered someone was like, don't use your neck muscles. Use your arms. Use your arms for better leverage, bitch. And I was like, yes. I was fucking going to town. I was like, ah. I was choking on that shit. Like, yeah. You're like, why do you guys like that? Why do you like almost vomiting on dicks? I don't know. I don't like it, but he did, so I was like, yeah. I was going to town, and he tried to pull me up on top. I was like, no! 'Cause I took that super tampon out, and I was like, well, maybe if I lay on my back, gravity will just push it down. Just put a pillow under my ass and make it go back in. But no, he tried to pull me on top, and I was like, not on top. That's what I was thinking, not on top. I tried to be slick before it all started. I was like, oh, I think I'm going to start bleeding. I was on day fucking 4, okay? I knew it was going to be a murder scene after that. I fucking knew it. But I thought I was going to get away with it. I was like, I'm just going to try this out. We're going to see how it goes. I don't know. We'll find out how bad he wants it. So as soon as I get on top, I was like, oh, no, I want you in control. I flipped over on my back, and I was like, okay, yes, this might work. And then I felt it getting messy. I was like, oh, I think there's a mess down here. He's like, yeah, I'm making a mess. And I'm like, it ain't you, baby. Sure, if you want to think that. I felt like me saying, I think I'm going to start bleeding was fair warning. And at that point, when we were done, it was fucking everywhere. And he's like, oh, my God. And I was like, look, you had 2 choices tonight. You go home with red balls or blue balls, okay? Those were your choices unbeknownst to you. Rinse those fuckers off in the sink. Just throw them in the sink and rinse them off like an adult does. That's what you do. That's what you do. I'm a strong believer in pheromones. Yeah. And so back before I got divorced, I wasn't dating for 13 years. I was married to my ex-husband, and when we met, this was the early 2000s. We met in the year of 2000, and that's when you couldn't be on the internet and the phone at the same time. And that's when, for poor people like me that couldn't afford internet service, you go to Blockbuster and pick up that 10,000 hours free of internet time. You're old enough. Why is nobody, you guys don't get it? You remember that shit, 10,000 hours at like 18 different email addresses. Put that fucking CD in, log into the computer. No phone calls. I'm on the internet. 6-foot Wonder Woman at AOL.com. That was the last time I dated. So when we divorced, I just didn't know about, text and Tinder and OkCupid, dicks in the DM, titties in the text message. I didn't know about any of that shit. I was used to actually going out I thought apps meant appetizers. Like, oh, plenty of fish? Yeah. Love calamari. This is great. Let's go. He's like, no, it's a dating app. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean it's a dating app? Like, that's not how things were done back when I was dating. Back when I was dating, shit was a little bit different. And these days, you got these fucking emoji girls. I don't see any of them in here. But the emoji girls are the kind of girls that have a phone with a fucking front-facing camera, and they take pictures of their ass, and 18 pictures of their ass, okay? 1,800. And they scroll until they find the right fucking picture. And then they post it on Instagram. And then they go, oh, my God, look at this. I have like 100 likes. It's only been 6 minutes. And I'm like, you little dirty bitches. Like, I like gifts with a T, not with just the GIF, all right? I want the real shit. And I'm like, do you know how long it took for me to get 1 like back when I was dating? That's when there were no camera phones. There were not even really cell phones at that point that were, worth it. That's when you had fucking a 24 roll of Fuji film. Polaroids were expensive, okay? That's when you had to use all 24 of those pictures to take a picture of your ass. And then you had to take it to fucking Thrifties or Rite Aid and look some little pimple-faced kid in the face when you went to go pick up your double prints when really you made like 6 copies. You had to write a letter with a glitter pen. You had to put, do you like me, yes or no, with this best picture of your ass in the back of your kneecap. You had to wait 6 months to get 1 like. ruin your reputation. And everybody else, like the glitter pens and the cute handwriting and the hearts and the kissy lips on the letters. But my pheromones were really good back then, you guys. And so I didn't spray perfume on my letters. I just rubbed a little bit of pussy on them. You guys, my name's Asia May. That's my time. Thanks for having me.
Keep it going for Asia May, ladies and gentlemen. Let her fucking hear it. What did I fucking tell you guys? What was your favorite part? I like that part too. All right. Now, you guys enjoying yourselves though? Yeah? All right. We got 2 more comics for you guys. I'm really fucking excited. This next guy is one of my comedy brothers. We do this shit out in 209 Stockton. Dude fucking runs a kick-ass open mic, 2nd and 4th Tuesdays at Cap's Pizza. This dude's a fucking legend. Super funny. Super hilarious. Please get up loud and proud for Nick Michelson, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear it.
All right, Stab. Keep it going for yourselves, your host, the theater. All right. Man, all right. The subject line is love. I should have prepared more. I'm clearly not, I'm not the right person to talk about this subject. I mean, you know, I'm not a fucking ray of sunshine, if you can't tell by the way that I dress. I did learn some things from the last set. First of all, give it up to your last comic, Asia May, everybody. Asia kind of, like, she inspires me, but she also kind of fucked up my entire night now. Because, yeah, well, because when she was talking about how, like, she'll be on her period, but she doesn't tell them until they're already halfway through. Do you know how many times I've been with a woman, and she's like, oh, my God, you just fucked me so hard it made it start. Like, now I know the truth. That dirty bitch was plotting on me. That's fucked up. Oh, man, I'm so disappointed, man. I just thought I had, like, a really firm, like, a really good, like, fucking take this love. I just thought I was really good at something I don't do very often. You know, I don't know, man. I prefer to have sex by myself lately. You know, I don't like inviting people over. I don't want to have to clean. I prefer a good come and cry. It's something I like to do. I'm seeing some confused faces. You don't know what that is. It's where you come, then you cry. They're not related. I just like to do both those things. I feel like that's a good release. And if there's no one there, I don't have to explain while I'm crying. You know what I mean? If it's just me, like, I know I can soothe myself. I get it. I'm going to watch fucking Stranger Things. It's going to be all right. You know? I don't know, man. Love is tricky. Love is tricky. I see some couples here tonight. That's great. Hold on to each other. Or don't. I don't know. Maybe you should leave each other. I don't know. Like, I don't know what your relationship's like. I don't. Love is tricky, though, man. Like, I know I met someone I was infatuated with back in high school, and she was special. First of all, she worked at a Pizza Hut, which is fucking sick, dude. Like, I get to like you and you work at a Pizza Hut. Like, this is all, no one out pizzas the Hut, okay? I'm in. But I should have known there was warning signs, you know, because, like, you know, she worked at a Pizza Hut. She had a pizza face, and this is all true story. And she also had a nickname everyone called her. They all called her the Pizza Slut. Yeah. I know, because no one out pizzas the slut. I should not have gotten her pregnant. That was it's a big mistake. No, I'm kidding. It's great. You know, fuck it, whatever, man. Relationships are hard, man. I think the hardest part about relationships is when you decide to move in with each other, right? Because then you got to put up with each other's shit, right? They start leaving their clothes on the floor. They don't put the cap back on top of the juice. She starts fucking the neighbor. You know, they just got to put up with each other's shit. 6 of you laughed, and that's because 6 of you are broken like me. 9 of you are like, I don't know what he's talking about. That's because you're the one fucking the neighbor. Get out of here. Put a towel down. What's that towel there for? I don't know, but you fucked me so hard, that's why it started. Like, stop lying. I see what's going on here. I don't like it. I don't know. My mom loves me. That's weird. My mom loves me. I don't know. Which brings me to my next point. There's not enough words in the English language for love. Have you ever noticed that? You know, in Greek, there's like fucking, I think 9,000 words for love or some shit. I don't know all the words. But there's a lot of words for love. English language, we just got love. That's it. We have one word to describe it all. And I don't think that's enough words. Like, I love my cousin. I love Snickers. Fucking love Snickers. I also love strippers. Love strippers. Those are 3 very different types of love. Unless you're from the South. Then it's accurate. You only need one word. Like, I love my cousin. You should see her dance. She's a stripper. They call her Snickers. Like, by the way, if you're ever at a strip club near here, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. Your next dancer, Snickers. You're probably going to see someone like me walk out. So take that for what it will. You should probably leave now. You understand? But you're the one that came to a strip club at Monday at 9 a.m. So I don't blame Snickers anymore. I blame all of you. I don't know. Love is a tricky topic, man. We don't have enough words for it, man. I don't know. My mom loves me. She's great. She's a single mother. She raised 3 boys. That's not easy. That's fucking hard. Like when we were growing up, my mom, I would always ask her these terrifying what if questions. You know, and this is how I know she loves me, because she never threw me out of a moving vehicle. That's how I know. I'd be like, Mom, what if the car catches on fire and we all burn alive? What? Or Mom, what if the bridge collapses and we all die? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Because she just needed a bath and a boyfriend like most single mothers do, okay? Remember one day, I'll never forget, I said, Mom, what if terrorists come into the building and blow it up? And she's like, Jesus Christ, I got to stop letting this kid watch action movies. And she's right. Well, she was right. Because here's the thing. 4 years later, 9/11 happened. I don't want to make 9/11 about me, but I feel like 9/11 was kind of like an I told you so to my mom. I see some confused younger people here. Let me explain what 9/11 is. Over 2 decades ago, the United States attacked itself. And then we blamed a bunch of Arabs so we can invade the wrong country and make cheaper heroin. That's fucking badass. I didn't know we can do that. That's in the playbook. Let's fucking rock it. I don't know if you could tell by looking at me. I love cocaine, not heroin. Love cocaine. But I'm just saying, I didn't know we could do that. Have you seen the prices of cocaine lately? It's ridiculous. We need to do this again. We need to do it again. Bring these prices of coke down, okay? I'm waiting for 4 Mexicans to pull up in front of the Pentagon in a blue Toyota pickup. One of them, maybe Juanito, I don't know. One of them hops out, whips a fucking pontoon boat through the front window. President comes out and he's like, that's it. We can't let these Mexicans get away with this. We got to invade Colombia. Bring these prices of cocaine down. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I guess I'm saying I like drugs. I love drugs. I don't know. The subject's love, so I got to say love, right? I can't say I like drugs. I love drugs, whatever. I also made a mistake by talking about drugs and drinking on stage tonight because I wasn't aware we were going to be live streaming this, and my parole officer thinks I'm at an AA meeting right now. It's going to be really interesting when I get arrested and put back in. They're like, what'd you get caught up for? Drinking a White Claw, pussy? Like, sorry, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. It's all right. It was a gift. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm going to rock with it. I don't know, man. Love is tricky. Love is patient. Love is kind. Whoever wrote that's a liar, by the way. Whoever wrote that's never been in love. Love is painful. Love is hard. Love is always letting them pick the fucking Netflix movie, even though we always watch fucking reruns of Orange is the New Black. I'm sick of it. That's what the fucking person who wrote that love is bullshit poem should have put. I don't know. What an asshole. You know what love is? Love is sharing your HBO password. That's love. When you share your Amazon password, because then if you share your Amazon like movie password, we can go through your purchase history and see all the butt plugs you bought. That's how you know it's love, when they share. I know my aunt loves me. She's sharing not the butt plugs, you pervert. She's sharing the Amazon Prime password, you fucking degenerates, man. I swear. I don't know. But if anyone has any drugs tonight, talk to me afterwards. I do love those. If my parole officer's watching, this is all jokes. I put water in this can. It's a prop. It's going to be all right. I don't know. It's going to be all right. I got to get out of here, guys, in a second. But before I do, you guys want to hear about the first time I smoked meth? All right. This is a true story. First time I smoked meth. All right, listen. Let me preface this. The pandemic was a lot of firsts for me, okay? A lot of firsts. Not dicks, not yet. I don't know. Wait. I'm just saying, a lot of firsts for other things. I dropped acid for the first time, did a lot of mushrooms for the first time. Pandemic was the first time I smoked meth because I'm like, we're all going to die. Let's fucking do it. Like, if someone would have offered to put a finger in my butt, maybe I would have said it. I don't know. I was scared. You understand? I was fucking scared. Don't judge me. I was fucking terrified. You know how scary it is sitting at home ordering DoorDash all the time? So I'm hanging out with one of my good friends from high school, and we're hanging out with his brother. We'll call his brother Greg, all right? And we're playing cards. We're staying up late. We're drinking alcohol. I'm hammered. My friend goes to bed. Now it's me and my friend's brother Greg. And we've always suspected Greg did meth, but we never knew for sure. And this night, obviously, I found out. And he's always been really persuasive. Greg's always been he can talk you into anything. I remember we're sitting at the table. It's just me and Greg. And Greg looks over to me and he goes, hey, you want to smoke some meth? And I go, yep. So we proceeded to smoke meth. And then we drove around Stockton, California at 1:30 in the morning in his mother's minivan delivering Uber Eats. It was fucking kind of badass, I'm not going to lie. It was kind of sweet. Until I ate this dude's fries and shit got weird. We drove out into the middle of nowhere, out in the boonies. And we're in the middle of nowhere. It's dark. There's no streetlights. There's no addresses painted. And I'm getting scared because we haven't seen this guy. We're waiting out in front of his house in the middle of nowhere for what seems like hours. It's been like 10 minutes, but we smoked some more meth, so it's okay. Pass the time. And we're hanging out, and we have his food, and I'm getting nervous, and I'm like, dude, let's just go. I already ate half this dude's fries. And he's like, it's fine, man. It's okay. And finally, I look over at Greg, and I go, Greg, what if this guy's a tweaker? And he looks back at me, and he goes, dude, we're tweakers right now. I'm like, I don't know if that makes sense, but I think, yeah, tweaker cancels tweaker. You're right. I don't know. But then he looked down, and he goes, dude, you ate all of his fries. We should probably leave. Because I don't care how much I love drugs. I love fries. And I will proceed to eat all your fries. You guys, I'm Nick Michelson. It's been a great night. Stab Theater, thank you so much. Thank you for coming out. Give it up for Jordan Quattlebaum.
This is love, motherfucker. Give it up for fucking Nick Michelson, ladies and gentlemen. I love how he's like, the pandemic was a lot of firsts for me. Not dicks, but meth. You know, I'm like, if you smoke enough meth, you're gonna suck some dick. I'm just saying. All right, guys, we're down to our last comic. Are you guys fucking ready? Now, come on. Are you guys fucking ready? Let her know. Are you guys ready? All right, this next comic is one of my fucking comedy sisters. She's so fucking hilarious. Been doing this shit up in the 209, so please get up loud and proud for the hilarious Molly McGee, ladies and gentlemen. Let her hear it!
Oh, hi. Subject line is love. I'm going to tell a story about love. Bear with me, because it's gonna creep up on you, okay? So I grew up in the Central Valley in Tracy, which, as we all know, is basically the Midwest of California. Very conservative. My mother was the most right-wing, conservative, super judgmental Christian lesbian I had ever met. I'm pretty sure God made her a lesbian to keep her out of hell, just so she's not chucking Bibles at people's heads all day like, God hates gays, ha ha ha. He's like, I'm not even gay. She's like, you're carrying a tiny dog and you're wearing capris. God hates gays. To give you an idea of her mean streak, my father is a full-blown redneck. I was like, Dad, what are your thoughts on gay marriage? He was like, well, your bitch mom left me for a woman, so I'm a huge fan. And you gotta understand, so like my mom got with her partner, her eventually her wife. She got with her when I was only 5. So I already had lesbian parents before George Michael came out of the closet. This was in the 80s, okay? Like I was shocked. Like for me, the shock was that he was ever in the closet. I was like, wait, he was in Wham. Like I was the only kid on the playground that was like, you guys didn't know? You guys didn't all right. So this was also during the 80s. Like, you got to understand, too, gays couldn't get married. Gays couldn't adopt children. Gays couldn't cancel motherfuckers. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy back then. I was there for the AIDS epidemic. You know, my mom took me to the AIDS quilt ceremony in San Francisco because she didn't believe in, you know, I guess, sheltering me at all. So she takes me to the AIDS quilt ceremony. She goes, honey, you see that big quilt? I was like, yeah. She said, you see every patch on that quilt? I said, yeah. She said, each one was made by someone who died of AIDS. I was like, oh, God, I got to deal with this too. Mom, I'm 5. And it wasn't like a gay thing to bring your kids. I was the only kid. This was just a Disney villain mom thing to do. Like, so that broke me. Anyways, other than that, my point is, no matter how weird everything got at that time, the weirdest part about having lesbian moms was how weird other kids' parents would get. Like back then, they thought it was totally normal to come up to a 6th grader they do not know and be like, sweetie, you need to know that your mother is going to hell. I was like, oh, so you know her. Okay. She's like, no, she's going to hell because she's a lesbian. I was like, really? Because I always thought she'd go to hell for saying something like, if you can't make fun of burn victims and quadriplegics, who can you make fun of? Am I right? Because that seems worse to me. One mother, I swear I'm not making any of this up, she said, I heard about your situation. And if either of your mothers ever try to touch you, here's my number. You call me and I'll take care of it. I was like, thank God, 'cause I'm getting my report card today. They're going to kick my ass when I get home. Stay by the phone, crazy lady. But then I realized what she meant, and I was like, oh, stranger danger. Because she said it with the confidence of someone who, like, already called CPS. Like, and they were like, ma'am, we already told you, there's nothing we could do about her having lesbian parents, okay? But here's what you can do. You can approach a 6th grader you do not know, initiate an overtly sexual conversation with undertones of incest, and then give her your phone number. And this bitch was like, I will. So, and I got bullied, got a lot of fist fights. I was doing nothing for Irish stereotypes. A lot of fist fights. But some kids were just curious. They'd say out-of-pocket stuff. Like, one kid was like, so what do they do? I was like, what do you mean? Like, your parents, what do they do? I was like, well, obviously my mom's a truck driver. Like, what? What do you mean, what do they do? He's like, in bed, what do they do? I was like, whoa, buddy, wait a second. Do your parents make you watch them in bed? Because that doesn't happen to all of us. So here's this number. You call this lady. She'll take care of it. And I kept a lot of this from my mom. I didn't tell my mom everything because I was worried. Like, I didn't want to hurt her feelings. People were saying mean stuff. I didn't want her to blame herself. And then as an adult, I started to open up to her because, fuck her. And in her grand fashion of humor, she says to me, I told her about us being bullied for having lesbian parents. She goes, did you ever think that maybe you were bullied because people didn't like you? And I was like, oh, okay. I'm sure they didn't like me, but they were pretty sure Jesus doesn't like you. So let's not split hairs. So, but I'm ashamed to admit I had a weak moment where I almost blamed her for what all these ignorant people did. I had a weak moment. I had a terrible, terrible day. And I decided I was going to come home and I was going to confront her and tell her how selfish she was for coming out of the closet and ruining my life. And I stormed into the house and I fixed my mouth to say, why you gotta live your truth, bitch? Why you gotta live your truth? But when I walked in, I saw my 2 moms in the kitchen slow dancing to no music. And I thought, that's why. That's why she had to live her truth. And then my second thought was, why don't we have a stereo? Are we poor? Oh, I gotta deal with this now? Thank you guys so much.
Keep it going for Molly McGee, ladies and gentlemen. Let her hear it! So, guys, that has been the subject line. What do you guys think? Pretty good, right? Now, before we leave, I think it'd be kind of fun if you guys, because this is being recorded so I can look at this later, if we could talk about a topic for next month, what would you want to hear? Anybody have anything from the top of their head? Drugs? That's a good one. I think you already have a set ready. Depression? I have a lot about that. Anybody else? All right, drugs and depression. That's going to be the next one. Anyways, I've been your host, Jordan Quattlebaum. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you guys want to stick around for the next show at 9 p.m., the Comedy Yacht Club is going to start. I'm also going to be on that, and the fabulous Heather Rogue is going to be hosting that, so give it up for her if you guys want. Please come by. Stick around. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. If you're going to do drugs, do it responsibly. Thank you guys. Have a great one.
Thank you, guys. That is the subject line. But we're not done. As Jordan said, Comedy Yacht Club will be getting underway in about 10 minutes. If you want to stick around, just see me at the bar. We'll upgrade your night. If you're done with us for the night, well, try and come back again. We do stuff here live in person Thursdays through Sundays, and we stream everything we do 6 nights a week. So check out stabcomedytheater.com for the full calendar of events, which I just realized right now I didn't update. So just go to the calendar, stabtheater.com/calendar. So everybody online, hang out. Everybody in person, do the same. Because Comedy Yacht Club will begin in about 10 minutes.
Losing my mind. Seemed like the real thing, but I was so blind. Mucho mistrust, love's gone behind. In between, what I find is pleasing, and I'm feeling fine. Love is so confusing. Love and it was a gaze. Soon turned out had a heart of glaze. Seemed like the real thing, only you'll find. Mucho mistrust, love's gone behind. Lost inside adorable illusion I cannot hide. I'm the one you're using, please don't push me aside. If I fear I'm losing you, riding high on love's true foolish light. Won't tell love it was a guess. Soon turned out had a heart of glass. It seemed like the real thing, only you'll find. Mucho mistrust, love's gone behind.
rain. You make the sunshine brighter than a Doris Day. Bright spark into my flame. And my beach permit ain't never been the same. Cause you're my lady, I'm your fool. Makes me crazy when you act so cruel. You left me sleeping in my bed. I was dreaming, but I should have been with you instead. Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Wake me up before you go. Don't want to miss you when you're down. Wake me up before you go. Cause I'm not planning on going solo. Wake me up before you go. Take me dancing tonight. Yeah, jitterbug. Yeah, jitterbug. Yeah, jitterbug. Cuddle up, baby, moving tight. We'll go dancing tomorrow night. It's cold out there, but it's warm in bed. They'll go dancing and we'll stay on the step. Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Wake me up before you go. Don't want to miss you when you're down. Wake me up before you go. Cause I'm not planning on going solo. Wake me up before you go. Take me dancing tonight.
My name is Blurry Face, and I care what you think. My name is Blurry Face, and I care what you think. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when our mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when our mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Sometimes a certain smell takes me back to when I was young. I'm never able to identify where it's coming from. I'd make a candle out of it if I ever found it. Try to sell it, I'd probably only sell one to my brother, cause we have the same nose, same clothes, homegrown, stone's throw from where we used to roam. It would remind us when nothing really mattered, of student loans and treehouse homes. We all would take the ladder. Wish we could turn back time.
Welcome to Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for Comedy Yacht Club. Please welcome to the stage your host, Mindy Moore.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days.
Did you guys hear that? I heard clapping. Oh my God! Someone's phone went off. Oh, it's just yours? Are you a ghost? Okay. False alarm. That was a false alarm. Scary though. Hi, welcome everyone. I am Mindy Morg, host tonight. Well, host of Paranormal Ghost Hunter Investigators, the hottest scary show currently being live streamed through this camera.
Totally works.
Now it looks like it works. We total that you can't even charge that battery anymore. I love antiques. This is a ghost show from the 90s. Welcome aboard Comedy Yacht Club. This is the most haunted comedy showcase in all of North America. More people have died during this live show
It's true.
than any
True, it's
other
true.
showcase.
I almost died.
He almost died.
I almost died.
He almost choked on baking soda.
Yes. True story.
Live on air.
True story.
My career died on this show. We had a whole what was it? It was like a suicide cult that just killed themselves. During that their
and
spirits,
the gay zombies. Don't
their
forget
spirits
the gay
haunt, and the
zombies.
gay zombies.
The
We had gay zombies.
yeah.
This is kind of like a rewind bottle episode. We're just reviewing some of our best takes. Of course, we can't forget when the host of the show, the original Heather Rogue, died.
Yeah, she's dead.
She's dead.
Yeah, I think. Dude, did you hear that?
What? Was it Heather Rogue? Is it the ghost of Heather Rogue? She died of autoerotic asphyxiation, allegedly. It's not been proven. Some say murder. I'm Minnie Moore, your host of Paranormal Investigators. Hello, welcome. Are you a ghost? Okay. I believe her. Oh my God! What was that? Oh, she cracked open the can. Okay.
She can sprinkle the Cheeto dust on the floor, and then when the ghosts walk through it, we'll know they've been there.
Does anyone have any infrared scanners? It's really cold right here. Feel with your hands, it's really cold right there. I think there's like a poltergeist masturbating right here. It's just jacking it off. All right. What the fuck was that? I think I saw something. Is that a ghost? What was it?
Maybe it's a leprechaun. Who knows?
Leprechauns are not real. Shut the fuck up.
I think it is.
No, it's not a leprechaun.
No, there's seriously.
Where's the leprechaun?
Right over here.
Okay, I'm gonna look for the leprechaun.
Right there, there.
Why are you
Somebody
screwing
should
with me?
probably check on it and see if it's. No, leprechauns aren't real though.
They're not. Why are you? Come on, be real. Do you think leprechauns are real?
I have video evidence.
Show me. That thing hasn't worked since 1995. Show me the video evidence. We're here to hunt for the ghost of Heather Rogue.
Suspend your disbelief for a second.
I
There
am
was
a
fucking
scientist.
leprechaun.
Do you see these glasses? I'm gonna believe in leprechauns. I'm like Velma in this motherfucker.
They say it's just little people, Bigfoot.
I don't believe in Bigfoot either.
There it is again.
Where? I don't see a leprechaun anywhere. Do you see a leprechaun? Come on. Oh, you're probably a ghost. Don't lie to me. Okay, you guys, listen, this is technically a comedy showcase. So we have to...
I think it likes Cheetos.
Are you gonna bait the leprechaun with Cheetos?
Yes, that's what the Cheeto dust is for.
It didn't come. See, leprechauns aren't real.
Yes.
You know what is real? Racism. My friends tell me that I should treat... You know what's funny? They always try and say, like, they always try and treat racism like a... By they, I mean white people. They always try and treat racism like a fashion trend, right? Like, is billionaire the new N-word? Right? Or my friends will be like, you need to treat fat phobia exactly like racism. They told me to do that, so I did. I got really defensive and accused them of reverse fat phobia. and ask them for permission to call them chonkers. I think reverse racism is good. I think we need more of it. Yeah, because think about it. White people have been getting on too long without like seeing ourselves in the eyes of other people, right? And now we're finding out on TikTok that we don't even wash our legs. Like, we need a little reverse racism to catch up to everybody. Okay, I'm gonna bring on your first comedian of the night. This is one of the most talented comedians in Sacramento, you guys. Give it up for I'm in Love, everybody.
Thank you. Shit. Is it really haunted? For real? I just crowd poll. I'm gonna die first. Let's keep it real. If this is a horror movie, because there's like 3.5 black people here, so half of you guys gotta help me out. You guys gotta split into 2 people and pick a side. Hopefully I'll live through the set. Hopefully I don't get murdered. And I got a great t-shirt, so can't take this back to TJ Maxx after they murder me in it. Anybody else been drinking today? Okay. Yeah, it's what day is it? One of the saints. Saint well, good enough to drink. and wear green, I think I got it in a necklace. Some tequila before this, so temper your expectations. This is probably gonna suck. Let's get down to business. Somebody called me a medium-sized ass nigga in an argument recently. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like what they were saying about me. I was like, what? Yeah. You know what? But it did say medium on all the tags on my clothes. So I'm like, you know what? They might be on it. I might be medium. I didn't know about it. I really accepted my medium lifestyle when I had to get all my pants hemmed. Do you guys know what that's about? That's all right. So if you're over 6 feet, that's when you got to get your pants rolled up and stitched in real good and tucked. So I get my pants circumcised, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I'm doing good now in life. Whole circumcised closet at home. Everything in the fucking thing is okay. Now this is in the horror movie where somebody, and I'm like, I'm working on it. Let me live. Yeah, man. What else I want to say? Oh, first of all, I mentioned that there's 3.5 black people here. A good friend of mine, we got one white dude in my group of friends, and we call this dude White Jeff. Y'all know, this White Jeff doesn't like the name for a couple reasons. First off, he's the only Jeff. We ain't got to call him that, but it's just there's that. Second off, White Jeff is Asian, man. He's never, man, it's not white. But we're not changing the nickname. He's 29. He's got to suck it up. We don't, dude. Yeah, deal with it. We take good care of White Jeff. He goes to the best barbecue spots in Sacramento. So, yeah, man. Before I move on, does anyone have kids? Okay. Why did you guys do that? No, I'm playing. No, I'm just trying to catch up to you. I don't got kids yet. White Jeff, though, has a 10-year-old. Can you believe the nerve of this dude to have a 10-year-old? The 10-year-old is not allowed to cuss, but little Jeff is making his own cuss words up. He's about yay high. He's calling people like a fish, you son of a fish, and an ash. And he told me to get my fish ash out his face the other day. He's called me a fish ash ninja, and I'm like, okay. See, this kid's not even black. See, and you're not supposed to punch 10-year-olds. It's against the law. I checked. I didn't punch him, though. I caught him alone, and I was like, look, man, your parents met while the thong song was playing, okay? You are a mistake. This was an accident that you just... And he cussed me out in his own language. It's cool. It's okay. Anybody getting a lot of money in here? Anybody just killing it? Y'all not? Okay. All right. That's you know what? We live in California. I appreciate the honesty. We all broke in here. That's just the way it is. It's not our fault. It's somebody in office. That's someone else's fault, man. You know. It's really being broke is kind of a bitch ass activity. Now I think about it. You know, I try to blame other people, but it's me. It's me. You ever like having your card decline? You ever had the card decline? That sucks. You ever have your card decline and you're not surprised about it? You ever had the waiter come by and be like, "Sir, I don't think your card worked," and it's like, "That makes sense. I did the math. I can't afford any of this shit in here, man. It's just, I didn't get my pants circumcised for nothing. Just let it go. Don't embarrass me in front of White Jeff. Come on." It did. I don't like how they disrespect you later. They come by and then they bring like, "Hey, sir, do you have a better card that works?" Like, bitch, I gave you the best card I had. Come on, the economy. It's somebody else's fault. Give me the pasta. Come on. Just let me do it. Yeah, man. What was I talking about being broke? I swear, tequila. It's worse when it's green. Cause in my head I'm like, tequila's not green. So what did y'all do to it? And it still tastes bad. I still drink it. Moving on though. Moving on. This is fine. You know, this may be I want to take this part of the set to acknowledge. You know, I really admire women. You guys are smarter than us in all facets. Cause, you know, my thing as a guy, as you know, we're dumber. But hey, two things I don't want people to think about me is like I'm broke and that I can't fight. Those are two things. I don't know why. So my biggest fear is just getting beat up at Dollar Tree. Because then it's gonna be like, what? He only had $1.50 on him and he couldn't fight? And other people tell stories about you losing the fight too. They'd be like, "What? He got his ass whooped by the napkins? That's where he chose the off-brands. They poured the honey nut hoops on him in the sugar circles." No, I don't like this guy. I don't like him. Yeah. Also, man, you know what? I'm 32. Thank you. I'm gonna die in like 40 years, because black dudes, we don't. Anyway, yeah, man. You know what? At this point, I've had my last fist fight. I'm done. I'm retired. Because, you know, at this point in life, if you got a problem with me, I'm on your side. Like, I can't physically fight myself. But if I could, but I can't. So it's just, yeah, man. There's that, you know. Also, you know, if you travel on all my favorite airlines, the cheap ones, they keep canceling flights, and I keep trying to get out of town, man. But I don't know about you. I travel on a budget. If my flight fucks up in another city, I just live in that city now. How am I gonna get back? With what magic money? Like, I was stuck in Atlanta for 3 days, like 6 months ago, man. I had to bring my luggage to the club. I don't know if you guys have ever done this. Have a carry-on, like, "Hey, man, let me get several margaritas, man. Just don't worry about the just give it to me. Come on." Yeah, man. Still trying to talk to women, because, you know, my pickup line is usually, "Hey, you see all these other guys in here? That might be their only outfit. I got 6 to 7 outfits in the carry-on. Just, if she doesn't like me, I'd go change clothes, try it again." She still doesn't like me. I saw someone I kind of knew getting their ass whooped in a club recently, and I was trying to help him out, but I didn't because I had the luggage with me. So, you know, what am I gonna do? And you gotta pick your battles with him. As a medium guy, you know, because all I hear in the back is like, you know, I'm at the bar and I hear, "Yeah, man, and I'll fight all 6 of y'all in here," and I'm like, "Oh no, see. Somebody's gotta help him. Just, can I get a mango margarita, please? Can you hurry up? They're finna fight in here. Please, hurry it up." I was right, though, because, you know, in response to that, I hear, "Man, we finna jump your stupid ass in here. You ain't got no backup." And I'm like, see, I'm saying, we gotta help him out. Somebody's gotta do something. Is the kitchen still open? Can I get a fish taco, please? Hurry, just take this. Come on, man. What? My car got declined. Come on. I'm in another city. And that's how that, yeah. Broke and can't fight. The self-deprecation is on another level. That's what they say to do. Thank you so much. Does anybody smoke weed here? Okay, beautiful, beautiful. You know what? I'm gonna come clean. I don't smoke weed. I know. Just let me make it. Just don't, please. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna be. I'm waiting for marriage. That's what I'm waiting for. That's when I fall in love. Then I'm gonna get high and just In college, man, my roommate used to smoke a lot of. It's hard to quantify. He was always high, really. Now that I think about it, always fucked up. But he had to get a job, an internship, so he had to borrow some pee to pass the test. And I was cool with it. I just didn't like how he said borrow, like he gonna pay me to piss back later on when he's done with it. Now me and White Jeff gotta run up on him like, hey man, where the fuck is that piss you owe me from several semesters ago, motherfucker? He's like, oh, be cool, man. It's all the piss I got on me right now, man. It's like, nah, you on a piss payment plan, man. You gotta pay me a little bit of piss back every month. And then that's how it's just gonna be. And I'm sure it'd be funnier if his card declined for the piss. But yeah, man, there's a lot of possibilities there. There's a lot of piss jokes to be made there. I think I got like 10 seconds. There's no black ghosts, are there, in movies? If there were black ghosts, it'd be like, is there any more barbecue sauce in there? Just get a refrigerator. Yeah, order some chicken or something. This is why my card declines all the time. All right, thank you very much. Appreciate you guys.
What move? Did you guys see that move? Did you see it move? Did you see it move? Ah! Jesus Christ! Oh what happened? Leprechauns are not real!
You don't believe in Bigfoot or leprechauns, and there's proof right in front of your face!
I am very tall and I don't know what you're talking about.
See a little green person.
Does anyone know what my co-host here is clearly he believes in Bigfoot. I mean, he's not
Real.
Why would Bigfoot be real? What? It's a dude in a costume. I've seen the pictures. All right, let's clear this stuff. This is why I can't work with you, because paranormal shit is supposed to be cool. It's supposed to be like demons and ghosts and poltergeists jacking off, and you're all like leprechauns and Bigfoot.
See that? It's right in front of your face. Leprechauns are real.
Show me. Give me hard evidence of a leprechaun, okay? I believe in all sorts of stuff, but like ectoplasm, sure. If you have... or person semen, depending on how you look at it. It can be. Guys, your next comedian... full of ectoplasm. He's a big comedian from I think Stockton or somewhere. Just south of here, where it gets dark and full of meth. The scary part of California. But he braved it up here to do the show before this one, so I booked him for this one because it's easier, I'm not even going to pay his ass. Like, you were here. He's half of the Maple blank. I'm not going to say the word bomb on air. Maple bomb. It's the it's the Mabel Bomb podcast. He's like the Robin of that situation. So, and the other guy is not Batman. So it's. Give it up, everybody. He's really hilarious. Jordan Quattlebaum.
Keep it going for all the comics you've seen tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going. Keep it going for I'm in Love, the last comic you guys saw. Fun fact about Iman, he is the only black guy that I know. Anyways, hey, I can say that joke. I'm 2% black, okay? I'm not black enough to say the N-word or anything. I can say fashizzle and stuff like that. No, I'm not black, okay? I'm actually 2% milk, so there's that. My white ass is so white, you guys thought I was one of the ghosts, didn't you? But I guess we're jumping a little bit about me. I'm actually a cancer survivor, which is pretty cool. And thank you, one person. You know what? I wish I was dead. That way I could have been one of these ghosts, okay? But no, I had lumbar emphysema and Wilms tumor. So I lost a quarter of each of my lungs and a kidney. So I can't drink or smoke. So not only did God make me look like a pussy, I have to act like one too, dude. And the way we found out was terrible. You know that old trick, if your hand's bigger than your face, you have cancer? You've been hit. My mom did that trick on me, and she was right. But no, man. Having cancer wasn't that bad. I was very young when it happened, so I don't really remember too much of it, thank God, you know? But the only thing that sucks is I had to go through a lot of surgeries. So I have like these huge scars throughout my body, and it can make me a little bit self-conscious, like especially whenever I'm about to have sex with somebody, because I always have to explain to them what the scars are, you know? It's a little bit embarrassing, and it just kind of pisses me off because you think my uncle would know by now, but... Oh, what? Sacramento, do it. You guys just ain't close with your uncles, okay? I'm lying. I wasn't touched by my uncle. I was touched by my t-ball coach, okay? And the sad part about that is I still didn't make the team, okay? I took his ectoplasm. Oh, we're going to hell. Oh, dark. All right, we'll get off the dark stuff for a bit. I apologize. We'll get off the dark stuff. I've been having suicidal thoughts recently. I was like, that's not good. Probably should do something about that. So I took a self-defense class. Let me tell you. No, my thoughts are dark. They have a black belt. But no, I actually started going to therapy recently, which is, you know, crazy for me because therapy's fucking expensive. I don't know if you guys know this. Therapy's so expensive. I tried every alternative before therapy. Like, I used to go to AA meetings, not because I have an addiction or anything. I just love seeing other people's shitty lives. It makes you feel so much better about yourself. Like, go to an AA meeting in Stockton when you have nothing wrong with you and you realize how much of a pussy you really are. Like, here I am. I get panic attacks because I can't walk into a Whole Foods. But Steve over here is willing to suck a dick to hit a crack pipe. My life is not that hard. But I started going. It took a lot of convincing. Like, everyone, no one can convince me. Like, my fiance wasn't able to, my mom. The only person who was able to convince me was my roommate because she told me that her therapist would play Uno with her. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm down. But then I started thinking about it. I was like, you guys have played the game Uno, right? Uno causes problems. I have cousins I don't talk to this day because they beat me in Uno. How the fuck are you going to help me with my mental problems? I'm just going to be playing with my therapist, and he's like, all right, Jordan, I understand you've been having some suicidal thoughts. Why do you think that is? By the way, draw 4. I'm like, motherfucker, excuse me? That's why I'm suicidal, making me draw 4. How dare you? I'll kill your parents! And he's like, come on, Jordan, you need to open up to me. I'm like, skip. He's like, come on, man, you need to tell me about your problems. I'm like, reverse card, tell me about your problems. This shit gets, there goes the leprechaun! It's just a midget. Can I say that? I don't know if I can. Little person. It's okay, I didn't say it with the little T at the end. Anyway. What was I talking about? But no, man, it gets to like the darkest part of the therapy, you know that he's digging deep. He's like, come on, Jordan, you need to dig deep here. You need to be real. How many times you touch as a child? And that's why I start crying. I'm like, oh no, He was a Latin doctor. By the way, this is all jokes, okay? Relax. It's actually really funny. I tell this joke a lot. I actually told it at this comedy club in Old Sac. And this woman came up to me afterwards, like super concerned. She's like, hey, I just want to say you're so brave for making a joke about something so traumatic that's happened to you. I was like, ma'am, this is comedy. I was touched way more than once. Like, I was a cute kid. Just ask my uncle, okay? And all right, we're done with that, I swear. That's the last one, hopefully, unless I think of another one. But life's going pretty good for me, you know? I just moved out of my parents' place with 2 girls. So, yeah. Know what you guys are thinking. You're like, Jordan, you're getting some 3-ways. Why'd you shake your head before I even said anything, motherfucker? You're wearing a mask and I saw you go. You know what I mean? Like, I knew it. You're not wrong, though. Both of them find me gross, and it sucks because one of them is my fiance, but that's besides the point. The point is, nothing's happening. Like, you would think from living with 2 girls, I'd be like a player, you know, and like slinging pussy. But I think I'm becoming more gay by living with 2 girls. Look at my shirt. I fucking love Lizzo, okay? Listen. Truth hurts. Da-da-dee-da. But no, man, I'm becoming more gay, man. Like, I do the face mask, the fucking bath bombs. I pee sitting down. It's a good time. It's actually funny when we first moved in because my roommate looked at me and my fiance. She's like, I better not hear you and her moaning all night. And my fiance's like, trust me, you won't. So I might be getting a divorce already. That's Could you get a divorce before you even get married? Nah, man, I love my fiance. She's awesome. Me and her are huge Disney nerds. Anyone here like Disney? Yeah, we love Disney. We go to Disneyland a lot. And it's gotten to the point where I'm starting to become an asshole when it comes to the people there. Like, I don't think fucking kids belong at Disneyland. I don't. They're ungrateful pieces of shit. They don't know how much you paid for that. It's $30 for a churro, you know? Everywhere I go in Disneyland, there's a fucking kid crying. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up, you immature bitch. I'm trying to see Mickey Mouse, you know? Like, oh, dude. Sorry, I'm very angry. Biggest thing that pissed me off was there was this one kid. He was literally screaming and crying because he didn't want to be carried. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I've been walking around this park for 8 fucking hours. I'd suck a dick right now to be carried. Are you kidding me? Even if that kid was screaming, help me, this isn't my dad, I would not get out of line to Splash Mountain to save your fucking ass. You're gone. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. We mean it, though, man. We're huge Disney nerds. Like, my fiance, she's another level. She's trying to make every room in our house a different ride from the park, like a theme. It's kind of cute, but a little bit insane from, like, the retrospect, you know? Like, our kitchen, it's Ratatouille themed because all we eat is trash. And our bathroom, Haunted Mansion theme. I'm up in this bitch taking spooky dookies, okay? That leprechaun be running around in there, all right? And now she's like, oh, babe, I feel bad because I'm picking everything. How about you pick the theme for our bedroom? And me being stupid, I was like, you should make it Splash Mountain since that's where the magic happens, you know? And she's like, I think Small World is more fitting, but, you know. She's great, man. She's great. She's literally my best friend. We do everything together. We were actually out at Target in Stockton the other night, right? And I hear her scream at the top of her lungs. So instantly I was like, she did, you know, because it's Stockton. And I run after her. I'm like, babe, what's wrong? She goes, they have glow-in-the-dark bath bombs. I was like, okay. Fucking white. Like, what do you mean? She goes, hear me out. If you take a bath in it, like, will your dick glow in the dark? Guy. Look, he did it again. How do I can read your face. That's insane. You're wearing a mask and you're like, bro. Like, you fucking be in the booth like you're going fucking Raven with that dick, aren't you? It's fucking glow stick just, you know? No? You know what I'm doing with that. If my dick glue in the dark, I'm role-playing Star Wars. Like, straight up. Like, I'm walking in the room just like, the Force is strong with this one. You turn her over, that's the dark side of the Force. If she hasn't shaved in a while, not an issue. Not many Star Wars fans, I'm saying. The last show, that joke did amazing. I don't even want to finish it. I'm going to end it with this. That Chewbacca impression was pretty good, right? Thank you. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Whatever. Where were you with the ghosts? You should have blessed this place before they came here. Ectoplasm everywhere. I got it in my hair, okay? No, man, I've been working on some impressions. I thought I'd end the night with them. You guys ready? Here's my first impression. It's of Yoda from Star Wars eating a sandwich. Thank you. This next impression is of a mobster taking a bubble bath, but then he gets a call from his boss. Hey, boss, I can't talk right now. I'm in some pretty hot water. Thank you. This next impression is of a judge in a courtroom full of dickheads. All rise. Thank you. And this last impression is of T-Pain being interviewed by the police because he just got assaulted by a woman at a nightclub. All right, Mr. Payne, I understand you've been assaulted. Can you tell me a little bit about what she was wearing? Well, Shotty had them apple-bottom jeans. What else was she wearing? Boots with the fur? He's like, what the fur? Did anyone else see this attack happen? He's like, the whole club was looking at her. Thank you, guys. I've been Jordan Quattlebaum. Give it up for your host, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going. I'm a ghost.
You can't leave that way. That goes to hell. You're not going to hell. That's where the bitches are.
Do you think the ghost of Heather Rogue is in hell?
I think the ghost of Heather Rogue is in hell. We have caught a lot of evidence of the ghost of Heather Rogue in this room tonight. Yeah. And I think that we're gonna have to invite like a real life medium to come to Comedy Yacht Club next month. So come next month, third Friday of April at 9 p.m. and you'll meet a real life medium who can talk to the dead. We just collect hard evidence of the dead and other paranormal activity on our 1995 camcorder. But
it's haunted.
But this next person we're gonna have is gonna be whatever.
I bought it antiquing.
On the next Comedy Yacht Club, it'll be hosted by a real life psychic medium. So if you've lost loved ones, talk to them. Because what? I'm trying to...
Do you not see the leprechaun right in front of your face? I still can't believe you don't believe in Bigfoot.
Real. Leprechaun... No, Bigfoot's not real either.
Birds aren't real.
Birds are real.
No!
What?
Leprechauns are real.
No, a leprechaun. What is a leprechaun? A little, yes, small people of small stature that are wealthy occasionally are real.
And they con lepers to get their gold, and then they go and they hide it at the end of a rainbow.
That is. It's just conning lepers. That's not real. You can never get anything past a leper. They're sharp. That's all they got left. They know what's going on. The lepers got really offended by this joke. If only they could write a letter.
Oh, God. We're going to hell.
Oh yeah, and then I think what comes after April, May. In May we'll be resurrecting somebody, possibly the dead host of the show, the former host from
Maybe
hell.
The devil. We don't know.
It's not gonna be the devil.
It could be the devil.
It's gonna be it's gonna be the host of the show.
I can't believe you don't believe in Bigfoot.
Of course
leprechauns right in front of your
They're not
face.
real. Ghosts,
yes, they are.
Only cool paranormal things are real.
Leprechauns are real.
No, they're not. Nothing's real. The Tooth Fairy isn't real. The Easter Bunny isn't real. It's not real.
Next, you say the chemicals that turn the frogs gay isn't real.
No, that's real. No, that's real. That's atrazine. They put it in it turns them into hermaphrodites. See, he's nodding. I'm telling you.
Okay.
You can move on with the bit now.
What about next? You're gonna say you don't believe in the tooth fairy.
I just told you I don't believe in the tooth fairy.
I don't know
Where's
what
the
to say.
tooth fairy? Where's the tooth fairy?
Clearly, right here.
That's not the tooth
That's
fairy.
the tooth
That's
fairy.
incredibly offensive. Are you the tooth fairy, ma'am? I'm not the tooth fairy. Exactly. That's not the tooth
Wait.
fairy. You just thought that was the tooth fairy?
Yes.
Why? Because of the hair?
I don't know.
Have you ever exchanged teeth for money, ma'am? Exactly. You're here accusing people being because someone has hairy feet, you think they're Bigfoot. Because someone is of small stature, that was clearly just a wealthy little person.
I can't take this anymore. You don't believe in Bigfoot. You don't believe in the leprechauns right in front of your fucking face. And this is clearly the tooth fairy. I quit.
She just said she's not the tooth fairy.
Here, you can have this, buddy.
Do you want to be the new host of the co-host of my show? Come on up here. Just point the camera at me. Okay. Hello. My name is Mindy Morg. I'm here with paranormal ghost hunter investigators to track down. What was that? What was that? All right. Your next comedian coming to the stage is the Tooth Fairy. Give it up for Temple Kirk, everybody.
I'm ready to do some comedy for y'all. Y'all are used to the straight comedy. I come from the queer comedy tradition. Rather than talking about sucking dick for meth, I talk about bisexual hookup methodologies. For example, those of you who don't know, you might think that somebody bisexual like me would go to like a gay bar to hook up, but I assure you there's absolutely no way I'm going to get laid at a gay bar. I have to go down to the Antique Mall on Elvis Avenue. So the other day I was down at one of those shops giving some side-eye to some barber chair Bettys, trying to convey my impeccable taste in mid-century gas station advertisement reproductions. And anyway, this bear of a man walks in, like muscle-bound with about 10 years worth of beard, and I was just way more into him. And so I noticed he had a flag, like a little hanky in one of his back pockets, and that's an old-school queer way, prior to apps and smartphones and the internet, of telling other queers who and what you're into and what you want to do. So I went online and I looked up this guy's flag, and I noticed the placement and color of it, and it meant one of two things. It meant either A, he identified as a top, or B, he owned a McDonald's franchise. And quite frankly, I was hoping for both, I was really kind of hoping he might be into a fat femme like me, and I sidled up to him looking for a welcome to McDaddy's, may I help you? But unfortunately, all I got was a thank you drive-through. So, yeah, the Antique Mall here is nice, though. I live in Eugene, Oregon, and the Antique Mall up in Eugene, Oregon, like the main thing I could say about it is when I'm driving back to my apartment after going, I pass up the strip club called Bobby's VIP Room, and on the marquee, it literally says, "Welcome to the shit show." And I was like, okay, I'm excited about this. This is like a pretty radical, like, sexual practice. They're admitting they do it here, so... I decided one day I'd actually go. So I went to Bobby's VIP room. I brought some plastic. I learned that from watching Gallagher as a kid. And, I went in there just really expecting to get down and dirty. But it turns out that was just a snarky commentary on the venue's management practices. And, there was no shit show. I was sorely disappointed. There was a lady who was picking up dollar bills off of the floor with her vagina, which I think was great. That labial clutch is it's pretty special thing to behold. I'm sorry, I've just been thrown off a little bit. I mean, I came here to do comedy. I came here to entertain you all. I really didn't expect that somebody was going to ever accuse me of being the Tooth Fairy. I thought that was a pretty rude and uncalled for thing. I just can't seem to shake it out of my head. Let me see what I could do. Let me give you some more jokes here. Okay, I got one. I've got this friend that comes and visits me. He flies overseas to visit me once a year and stays on my couch and hangs out. He's a good guy. And anyway, he was hanging out at my house and he was really depressed and watching TV. I'm like, yo, dude, why are you so down? And he's like, you know what, Temple? I got garlic breath from eating American pussy. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's interesting. And, it's like, well, like, you're from Turkey. Like, what's the difference between, like, American pussy and Turkish pussy? And he's like, well, the thing is, like, there's different regions in Turkey where people eat different foods. And so, like, the Turkish pussy might taste a little bit different in Cappadocia than it might on, like, the left bank of Istanbul. But anyway, I don't know, because I mostly blow truckers for money. That's, how the fuck do you think I can afford to come visit you in America anyway, So, yeah, that's, I've got some beautiful people in my life. I've got some amazing people in my life. I can't believe that guy just came out and accused me of being the Tooth Fairy. Like, I've done some things I'm not proud of in my life. I've done some things. Like, my family has had some problems. I've had some problems. Like, get this. I was supposed to be born on July 7th, 1977. 77. The luckiest day in the entirety of the 20th century. I was supposed to bring luck to my family and good fortune to everybody whose life I touched. But after being in the womb 9 months in the middle of one of Sacramento's worst pre-global warming summers, my due date came and I'm just like, no, I'm not ready to come out into that cruel world. I've got 3 hots on a cot. It's warm in here. It's nice and dark. I don't have to worry about any bright lights blinding me like I do here at Stab Comedy Theater. And so anyway, I refused to come out. And so 9 months and a week come by, 9 months and 2 weeks, 9 months and 3 weeks go by. And you all know how it is here in Sacramento when, like, you're somewhere where they don't want you to be. They go down to the courthouse and they get a 72-hour notice, pin it on, in this case, my mom's maternity dress. And 3 days later, a guy from the property management company came by and cut me out of her with a Sawzall. That's the story about how I was evicted more than I was born. Typical Sacramento. Yeah, I was supposed to be born 7/7/77. I was supposed to be born a cancer. Instead, both of my parents got cancer. Yeah, my mom got brain cancer twice and was operated on twice and survived twice. And she's here in the audience today. Everybody give her a big hand. My mom's a survivor. She's also got the good insurance, which is the reason why after her second surgery, the radiation people were calling her 2 or 3 times a day going, hey, there's like a 4% chance that we can reduce like future growth of your tumor. You totally need to schedule like 11 rounds of radiation with us to make absolutely sure that thing doesn't go back. And 33 rounds of radiation? Oh, wow. See, I just came up with a number. I'm 11 weeks, 33 sessions, something like that. So anyway, I thought that her surgeon had said that she doesn't really need radiation. And so, she's like, hey, the radiation people say I should get it. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go talk to your neurosurgeon again. If he thinks you should get it, then you should get it. And so anyway, she was doing a Zoom call with a neurosurgeon and I was there and watched it. And we went through this appointment. We're like, so do you think that she should get radiation or not? And like the guy was like, he was like this. He's like, I think she should absolutely get radiation. Is that okay? Is that okay? Yeah, it's okay. Great. Did I say it right? So anyway, the radiation mafia, like if you have the good insurance, just get the radiation. That way they won't put guns in the backs of your neurosurgeons or call you 4 times a day. That's just really the best way to handle it. Also, if you still have a landline, please get rid of it. My sainted mother here keeps her landline because she's lonely and bored and she likes the attention from spam callers and randos. It gives her something to do. I get it. Call from. I like unavailable because, like, unavailable makes sense. Like, like my dad was emotionally unavailable. So if she picks up a call from unavailable, that, it makes sense in a family sense. But wow, I can't believe I was triggered again by being called the Tooth Fairy. All right, look, I'm just going to come the fuck clean with it, okay? I'm going to come the fuck clean with this. My dad had a pretty significant disorder, and he clenched his teeth. He ground his teeth badly in his sleep. He was a union organizer. He had threats against his life. He was a good man. But he had a lot of stress in his life, and he clenched his teeth and clenched his teeth and clenched his teeth. And it got to the point where his dental health was so terribly bad, and he clenched his teeth so much that he ground them down basically to nubs. And I, as a loyal child, I couldn't bear to see my father every night in pain, not able to eat eat his food after a hard day of working at the sewer plant, fishing Volkswagen parts out of the puddles of your shit, okay? Like, I couldn't handle seeing that. So I went to a guy who referred me to a lady who took me to a guy. We did this ritual. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. It was wrong. I'm not proud of it, but we did this ritual. And anyway, yes, for a period of time spanning from 2014 to 2017, not inclusive of August 2016 because I took a break. I needed to work on me. But during that period of time, yes, I admitted I was the tooth fairy. But I can honestly say that I never, ever gave those kids a goddamn dime for their teeth. I just took them. My dad needed them. Like, he wasn't getting that union pension at the end of his career because all of it had gone towards dental work. So in order to give my dad the ability to eat, I stole teeth from children and used Play-Doh and ground them into homemade dentures night after night so that my dad could eat his quarter pounder with cheese and fries and get the nutrition he needed to go back to another day at the sewer plant with his shit fishing pole and his shit fishing hat and keep the flow of sewage from overrunning this valley. This is a valley. Don't forget this is a valley. You all could be swimming in a river of it if regional ever goes down. I tell you that much. You should give thanks to your sewer workers in this county. Seriously, I've heard some things. Okay. All right. I need to close. I can't just go off on this whole thing. I can't believe that guy threw me off. I feel better having confessed. I feel a lot better having confessed. I want to say this. When I came into this world, I came into this world very confused. I came into this world as a Leo rather than a Cancer. I came into this world very confused. The way I figured things out is by putting them in my mouth. I found things out by putting them in my mouth. When I wanted to know, like, what shoe leather tastes like, I didn't ask Mom, what does shoe leather taste like? Because my mom only had so much capacity to answer questions, so I saved the questions for important stuff, like, why is the sky blue? And why is Burger King the opposite of Wendy's? The important things you need to know. Everything else I found out by putting it in my mouth. And what I want to tell you as my final gift to you is I found out by putting in my mouth that you can give yourself one hell of a lot of immunity to colds, flu, and other common viral maladies by picking your nose and eating it on a semi-regular basis. I know some of you are grossed out, but the rest of you, this is an absolutely useful trick that I, the Tooth Fairy, am giving to you. All right, thank you for allowing me to get this off my chest. I want to bring back our host, Mindy Morg, to the stage.
Did you hear? Okay, everyone be quiet. This is the most haunted comedy showcase. Oh my god, it's a leprechaun! They're real! He was right! This whole time he was correct. They're real. Film this. Film this. Where's your pot of gold? Give me your pot of gold. Give me your pot of gold right now.
Now you believe in leprechauns?
Give me your pot of gold. Everyone tune into the next Comedy Yacht Club. Get home safely.
What
Thank you
the
so much
hell?
for coming out. You're dismissed. I've been Heather Rogue. Give it up for your... Well, I've been Mindy Morg. Sorry. Heather Rogue is dead. Do you hear her? Okay, give it up for your comedians. I'm in love. Jordan Quattlebaum. I don't know. I've always said it that way. It's a personal choice. I identify as a bank. I needed to throw that one in earlier because I want a bailout. Oh, and give it up for your final comedian of the night, Temple Kirk, everybody.
Woo!
Give it up for David Thorne and Nicole. And Nate here. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming out to my show.
Woo!
Go away. Get out. The Leviathan speaks.
We will conquer this earthly realm and destroy all mortal men.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming out. That is the end of our programming for the night. If you want to see more, well, you can in a lot of ways. We're here Thursdays through Sundays, live and in person. Stand-up, improv, sketch, podcast, music, what have you. And then we stream live 6 nights a week. Just check out stabcomedytheater.com for our full calendar of events. Let's see if we have enough online audience left to send you guys over. Let's see if we can get you over to Radio Free Multiverse. See you back here tomorrow at, let's say, 8 o'clock. Oh, yeah, 8 o'clock. Apple Tree Comedy Competition. Hold on for the rate.